What's going on, Scouts? Returnal has a bunch of things in-game that they don't tell you. It's basically for you to figure out for yourself in order to survive this game. Now, I've come up with a list of some things that some people may not have known to make your game easier. And hopefully you find this to be true. I'm Darkshot the YouTube Assassin. Let's get right on into this. So for starters, you need obolites, these little golden orb things. It's kind of like money. You're going to use it to buy a whole bunch of things. Now, there are rare occasions where you'll come down into like a certain hole and find a bunch of them like that. Or there are other ways of finding them besides defeating monsters. You'll also see these statues that have golden eyes. All you have to do is just shoot them a couple of times and you'll get a bunch of these obolites come out so that you're able to take them on. Now, the obolites, again, you're going to use in various machines at various times, and it's really going to get you some artifacts and other things that you're really going to want to be able to use. Another thing that you're going to want to do is find these. Every time you find those health bars, it will increase your health. If you look on the left side of the bar, it's got 3 little bars along the way. You pick them up, and as you pick them up, it increases your suit's integrity. What does that mean? It means it gives you extra health. Now, a way to kind of cheat the system and gain extra health when there is no health around, all you have to do is return back to your ship. Once you get here, besides checking your stats, you could come into this little room over here, and in this little room, you are able to go and take a nap. Upon napping, you actually restore health. Now, depending on your suit's integrity, which is also known as your life bar, you may have 2 life bars, and 1 nap may not completely restore your full health. If that's the case, when you exit the spaceship, you'll see what your health is, and if your health is not full at that time, you may need to come back in and take another nap or 2, depending on, again, the length of your health bar and how much health was restored when you went back into the ship. So here we go. We're going to go outside. I believe that this is only 1 bar pretty much, so I would have been full health when I went in there, and there it is. Next we have Ether. Ether can be found anywhere on the map. It can also be obtained in exchange for obolites. You'll use this to pay for certain things, such as an artifact machine, which requires either an exchange for an artifact or a restoration machine. You're going to need to find this. Now, you can only hold 30 at max, so remember that. If you have extra, if you can spare it, spare it. If not, try to save it. Use it wisely. On top of all this, you know that you find artifacts throughout the game. Some artifacts are permanent. One of them is going to be a blade that you'll find on the corpse of an alien. This blade will be very, very useful. And like I said, it's one of the artifacts that stays with you. Even if you turn the game off, you turn your system off, when you come back to it, it'll still be in your inventory. Thank goodness for that. Now, the blade is very useful for several things. Besides melee attacks, it can open these little areas back here with the vines so that way you can get into little side areas and whatnot. It also is useful for attacking enemies with these red shields and attacking enemies altogether. Also, it will open these red doors. Now, there are orange doors, but the blade will not work. If you hope to open the orange door, what you're going to need is to come to this little fabricator area if you find it. You could either make the purchase for about 250 obolites, or if you're lucky, you could actually go to this machine and get this blade balancer. You're actually going to put obolites in there in exchange for either for obolites. Anyway, the blade balancer will help you open up those things. Now, this reconstructor, This is kind of weird. If you find this, you can insert either, and it will bring you back here rather than back to the ship when you die. You will be able to keep all your stuff, all your progress. It prevents you from going back to the ship. So just keep that in mind if you're playing this game and you want to get kind of back into where you were without going all the way back to the ship and starting all over again. Otherwise, that's going to be a problem. Another thing you want to find is these astronaut figurines. You can find them here or at that little area that you can build stuff with. It's basically a free man. You can only hold one at a time. This Obolite repository, like I said, this is where you go to find all those things. There's a chance that you may find astronauts here, that blade balancer, and a whole bunch of other goodies, as well as exchanging Obolites for either. So really keep this area in mind whenever you're in this area, and try to save as many Obolites as you can and use it here specifically. There's a bunch of artifacts that can help you. Again, like the blade balancer or even the astronaut figurine I've seen a couple of times. And again, keep in mind you could only keep one of those at a time, not more than one. So anyway, that's all the tips that I have for you today. I hope that this was somewhat useful. I know a lot of people have asked a lot of questions as far as opening those doors, either Obolites, and a whole bunch of other things. If you have any questions, hit me up, let me know what your question is, and I'll try to answer it as soon as I can, or even put it in another video, so that way you never miss what's going on, and you're able to really figure this out. This is an exciting game, there's a lot of mystery to it, and I'm loving it, even though it's a roguelike game and it's not for everybody. Those of us who actually are enjoying it, or who want to give it a try, it's pretty awesome. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. Make sure that you ring that bell so that you never miss any content when I put it out, because you're not going to want to miss it. I usually put out tips, tricks, glitches, things like that. Again, I want to thank you for watching the video. I want you, until next time, take care, stay safe, take care of each other, be good. I'll see you all in the next one.